talk about things like code switching and whatever else, because for one aspect, if we stay completely true to ourselves, the society won't necessarily understand where we're going and what we're trying to achieve by doing and saying the things that we do and say. Versus code switching to make it a more pleasant space for them to understand. However, we still feel we need to exist somewhere in the middle of this medium. So the dilemma that you're sharing, I'm not a comedian, but I can feel exactly what you're saying.
100%.
You know, and I know, you know, my three brothers here, one aspect or another, do you know what I mean? Like withhold your number and phone buddy's phone, and you'll see, do you know what I mean, a completely different person answer the phone. Do you get what I mean? Like, hello there, hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. No,
You buddy for real?
and it's because we're trying to be a bit more palatable for whoever's on the receiving end. Same for Sirelli and the same for Rayman. So no, I do appreciate that, and I think it's the reason why I'm holding on to this point is I think it's so important that there are people, especially our young people. Like I work with a lot of young people, and you know I'll be working, and you know, but the same, we'll be walking into super millionaires' homes, and they'll be walking and say, "Yo, blood, where's your toilet?" Now the customer's like, there's blood in my toilet. Do you know what I mean? And I look at them, and half of me is like, bro, and then the other half is like, let me see how this fans out. Do you know what I mean? I will be the safety net.
Yeah, of course.
But let me see how you now negotiate yourself through this. And like one of my team comes to mind immediately. But when he found his space, he found it perfectly to stay true to himself, but also a way to be able to communicate and break the barrier down. And this is what I think more people need to learn how to do.
100%.
That's funny you should say that, because as much as I agree with you, you should be able to, you know, almost tread carefully through this minefield and whatnot. I'm very pro, do you, boy? As long as you're not disrespectful. My guy this, my guy that, blah, do you? Because as much as for us, we grew in a generation, we grew in an environment, should I say, where we learnt both sides of the coin. So when we were with man them on the road, we have our jokes. When we walk through the door at home, you know.
That's the biggest code switch.
But forget about the wife home. This
Home switch.
Yeah, the home switch is on the next level. And don't make the mistake of accidentally forgetting and talking to one of your siblings, not even your parents, one of your siblings in that kind of, you know.
I mean, some of the young people I work with call their mum bruv. I still, I don't understand it.
This new generation is a lot different.
Yeah.
The phone will ring, yes, bruv. And I'll be like, oh, well, go on. Oh, Dean, it's my mum. What?
There's two kids in Chicago called their mum OG. My OG called me the other day, and I'm like, after was the man.
Yeah, but that's I can understand. It's an OG, older person, blah blah blah. Bit like I don't know, Marge or something like that. It's not right. I wouldn't call my mum OG, but
Bruv is wild.
Bruv.
That's madness.
Yeah.
Bruv is crazy.
I'd feel the strangle through throat.
Do you know what if you remember? Mum? One.
Yeah.
Say nothing.
Say less.
What? All right,
Call your dad my guy.
Wow.
My guy.
I remember one time my boy called my house. Remember the landlines?
Yeah.
I said, remember the landlines.
They're still there. They're still there.
My boy called a landline. Funmbi. My dad said, when you call this house, you ask good afternoon first. Then you ask for Funmbi. Hey, he called the house every time. I pick up. Good afternoon. Hey, bruv, it's me, bro. Just me. But it's that kind of standard we had to call my dad, bruv.
You should bait him up though.
It's mad. A little thing like that we forget. Like you had to phone someone's house with manners, innit? Now because it's so direct, it's mad what's been lost in the name of, I don't know, not chivalry, just manners, man.
But
jeez.
I mean, going back to the original point, I suppose what I'm saying is that how basically he had to like feels like selling out his parents, is what he was saying.
It did feel like that, you know.
I don't know. As a comedian, I'm thinking to myself, don't you just feel like you sell out everyone? I mean, like we sit down and have a conversation. We probably had conversations inside of the shop, and it was like, right, if I said something that was good material, you probably thought to yourself, right, that shit, and just take it. Like,
Right, but it's not selling out though, is it?
it's selling me out. I'm like, right, but I said that to you, whatever.
Look, you said a scenario maybe, and I said, okay, I can make that into a joke.
Yeah.
But me creating a scenario where, okay, I had a friend who did a joke about R. Kelly, and this guy's a good dude, but the joke, I'm just trying to give you context to what I'm trying to say. And he said, you remember Vibe, the song Vibe? And he goes, at the end of the names, he starts naming all these names. Keisha's got it. Bani. Listen, that won't work with Nigerian names. Can you imagine? Bola's got it. Funke's got it. There's no joke there other than he's putting African names in a Western song. Now you take the rise of Afrobeats. Wizkid now says, oh yeah, Funke, Bakudumo. Now the name works. It doesn't sound ignorant no more. So it's not necessarily that.
Pause.
I was about to
I just got to
say.
jump in. Even though he said it, I just thought it was words in Yoruba. I just thought it was Yoruba.
That's because you Jamos just don't know what's up.
You're
Careless.
in the word right now.
You might be acting different.
Care less, bruv. I sing along the top of my
Ever since
voice
you
as well.
Buju, man, ever since Buju come out, you might be acting different.
You know what? Tell us.
Yeah, we need
Because we didn't
why
know.
you don't tell us nothing? Why you don't tell us nothing? So
What do you want me to tell you? What?
We didn't know it was names.
It was names.
All right,
So that song, Bakudumo, she says, Oya Funke, it says Funke, Tolani, Halima. Now these are Nigerian names. Now, no, I know these are not the names you grew up with on the, Sabrina thing, but in Nigeria,
bruv, I know
those
Nigerian
are buff things.
I knew Nigerian chicks that went to my school in my area and rare. None of them was called Halima. Funke, yes.
Okay.
But that was at home.
yeah. School she went called
He
Funke.
never made it to
The
school.
other names.
Halima's a Muslim name. Tolani, you must have heard Tola.
Tola.
Tolu, there's
Yeah, Tolu,
Tolu,
I've
there's
heard.
Tolani.
See, so what happened is the names got taken, dropped 2 syllables at the beginning and
Yeah.
the end, and then
then-
we got that bit.
Yeah.
So Wiley's not really doing the Nigerian thing what you are today.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
What do you do?
Safe what?
Let's not do
What
so.
Wiley do?
We ain't here right now. We ain't gonna kill my
That's his
brother.
name. Why did you?
We killed you and you weren't here.
It's true, you know.
I didn't know Wiley was Nigerian when I first met him. Until he told me, I was like, right, I
I didn't think it was something.
I didn't think Nigeria.
Where? Give us.
I don't know, I don't know. I
a
just
guy
This
didn't
will be a soundbite.
Wale.
his name was Wiley. I didn't know him as Wiley though. I just knew him as Wiley.
So he thought it was like Wileycat.
Yeah, it's DJ Cat. So when I saw him, he used to come to the shop.
Old switched his name.
And because he was with Lee all the time, I didn't think he was Nigerian until he showed me he was Nigerian.
Where did you think he was from then? If you used to go back and think, right, where was he from?
Don't take
Somewhere in
it.
Africa. Somewhere in
No,
Africa.
man, just say somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
well done.
Yo, here's the thing. Remember back in school days, you could say, "Oh, he would have," but nowadays you don't know. Jamaicans don't know any different from Nigeria. Like I could tell Jamaica when I see one, but it don't really look that different
you
in
can't,
today's
you can't,
society.
you can't.
But you
literally said you Jamos.
Yeah.
I'm not Jamaican, and neither is he.
Where you from?
You should be able to tell.
Here's the funny thing. You're Jamos to us, but you think we break it down?
No, this is why anyone from
I was saying
this is
Jamos.
why. This is why.
We don't break it down.
This is why we still,
Have beef?
unfortunately, call everyone the entire continent. It
yeah,
makes
cool,
no
cool.
sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you're just African, innit?
Yeah.
Like in the continent, there's a country. In the country, there are cities in the city, or there are tribes. Do you know what I mean? And the tribes can be
100%.
broken down. But yeah, you're just African because it's just easier.
We were both educated wrong, to be fair.
Nah, I blame Wiley.
Yeah,
My boy's
Man,
alright.
a new song to me, boy. I was like, oh, I didn't even
That's why
know.
I'm
Can I go
Listen
home?
to it.
Oh, that's the first thing I'm listening to in the car.
I'm
Home.
gonna go on Spotify and put it with lyrics.
Wizkid.
You know what I mean?
Kuruma,
With
you heard
words,
the
yeah,
names.
definitely.
But that's what I was trying to say was when you put the names in the right context, it's not ignorant no more. It's not wild no more, because why would R. Kelly use Nigerian names in an R&B song for people in America? They would be like, huh?
It's